Hello everybody, welcome to my TikTok YouTube channel. Today I acquired this Fisher-Price schoolhouse from Vaulevilllge for $14. I don't got the characters, but tons of trays to go up here like so. This used to have plastic numbers and letters. It used to be stuck on the fridge. They go up here. I don't have the any else of the parts. Gotta love it when that happens, because this thing is so old. It's from the 70s. Let's show it to you. Figure out how to put that in there. And this is the inside of the schoolhouse. I don't have any of the figures. It comes with a chalkboard. This is all metal. I don't have any magnets on me, but take my word for it. And this, that's what it would do. It has a clock on it, because back in the Gen X days we didn't have any computers and all those things to teach us to do the time. Somebody would just do that for us, and we had to guess what it was or learn how to tell time. Pretty much like the story time clock from something like Polka Dot Door or something we grew up with. But Gen X days, nice. Apparently this is from the 70s, and this is what it was, but I just don't have any figures, so I have to do something else for it. But the artwork is amazing on it. You never get this kind of artwork again. It's going to be all in plastic and cost a lot of money. Anything done like this today, it won't be the same. And I got the Fisher-Price barn as well. Same place, Vaulevilllge. And here is the Fisher-Price barn. Apparently some kid had a thing on, I guess. Maybe they were going to forget where they put it or something, because these are carrying cases like the other one. It's a carrying case. It has a place where you put your livestock, chickens and so on. This is the barn. It has nothing with it though. I didn't pay very much for it, a few bucks. It makes a noise because it is a barn, and this is what you have. So I could go to Dollarama and get like plastic farm animals and so on. They're not very expensive, but trying to require the original ones, they'd be sold on eBay or something like that. But this is pretty cool, and is an original, and I got a date on it. It's from 1968 to 86. I had one of these as a kid, but I lost it growing up. But the artwork is good, and I believe it came with a silo and farm animals and people. They were called basically little people. They were called the Fisher-Price Little People or something like that. But the artwork is kind of neat. I did get some Hot Wheels cars, but not in the greatest shape. But they are Gen X. I also picked up these today. This is a Cobra 1979. It is in rough shape. I used to have one of these as a kid with a lightning bolt on it. It's in rough shape. There's a hot rod. I've actually seen one of these driving on the road in Brantford, Ontario in the summertime one year. I had to take a picture. Wait for he to stop at a traffic light, take a picture of it. There was a guy driving it. And this is something like Herbal. Now it's starting to look like Dukes of Hazzards here now, because thinking of Uncle Jesse's pickup truck, which would have been white. Any Gen X person knows that. And sometimes, because I didn't have the General Lee at the time, sometimes I would have used my yellow as a General Lee. Because you have to have an active imagination. It's Gen X days, not everything was drawn for us. So this was, if I was a kid in 1979, let's say, because this is from that time era, this would be the General Lee. This would be Uncle Jesse's Jeep, and this would be another, some other Dukes of Hazzards guy here. Or a stolen car or something. But yes, now I'm getting a flashback of Dukes of Hazzard just by having them here in front of my barn. Hazard County kind of a thing. That's why it was in Gen X days. You had to have a good imagination. Sometimes you'd use the barn as a storage if you wanted to. If you didn't want to use your figures, you'd hear that. You can almost use it as a garage. And I did have the Fisher-Price garage. I don't see that now. If I see Vaulevilllge, maybe I'll pick up the Fisher-Price garage. You could race Hot Wheels cars down and so on. But yeah, you could virtually use this as a garage for Hot Wheels cars, or other figures can fit in there. Same thing with the schoolhouse. That could be used as a garage, or put other figures in there. But we had a lot of imagination. I'll give you some ideas. Back in the day, you had to be very creative. Back in the day, if you didn't have your Fisher-Price action figures, or your brother and sister lost him, or they were just keeping him busy. You could add other figures in there. You could have Zartan giving a concert when he was in doing his Coach Slither. You could have Serpentor there making some plans to go against G.I. Joe. And you could pretend it was like a real sitcom or something where somebody would guest star, like Oscar Grouch, got lost and wandered in where they were. Or you could have Cookie Monster bothering them like he's a walk-on. Because you have Serpentor and you have Zartan. That's Zartan. Serpentor. They could be just walk-ons, and they could be a nuisance. Because remember, Cobra did take over schools and so on for their terrorism. But Sesame Street also was a learning thing, and it is a school. So way we were Gen X days, we had all kinds of things. We even put Lego people in here sometimes. Because it's a doorway in, there's a doorway out. You didn't have to be a school. It could be anything you want to be. It could be a base for G.I. Joe. It could be a set for Sesame Street characters. Anything you want. So thank you very much for watching. Have yourself a good night.